First opened in 2017. Here's a look inside the one-of-a-kind setting for football. That is Mercedes-Benz Stadium here in Atlanta, the home of the Falcons. The final 2 weeks of the regular season are upon us, and off we go on EA Sports. Here comes the return from a yard or two deep. He'll come across the 20 and taken down at the 21-yard line. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. They run with the Oregon man. It's Bucky Irving. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down. He'll go again here with Irving. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up third down. Operating from the gun, here's Dak. His throw left side, taken in by Johnson.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a fourth down decision to make.
Now, fair catch called, and he's going to take it out beyond the 25-yard line. Here's first and 10. It's the first run of the game for Bijan Robinson. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that first down. Second and a yard. Another run here for Robinson. And he'll have enough to move the chains. He'll take this forward for about 3 yards.
This offense, they're not interested in taking the deep shot here. Second and short, the way they're running the ball, pound the rock, reset the downs, and just keep the drive alive.
Tight end on the move left. On first down, it's Penix. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
London brought in motion. On 1st and 10, it's Penix. He's got a man. That's Josh Downs. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll run with Robinson. And he'll take this one forward for about 3, and that's a first down.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
Motion man is the tight end going right. Throwing now, Penix on 1st down.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
Now Penix to throw on 2nd down. Looking middle, and he's got Downs. And that'll go for a gain of 7, and it's going to set up 3rd down. Now a timeout, Atlanta. That's their first.
Quarterback calls, I don't like 12, except Tom Brady. Can show my stock, but still stack tall, you still can't trade me. Storms are minor, but you know she living major. Flying up this, ain't no cables. Don't live what happened.
3rd down, 3 to go. They'll try to run for it with Robinson.
Well, we have an early decision here, Mike. How aggressive does this coach want to be on this 4th down try? I think you got to keep your offense out there. You have a prime opportunity to take the fight to them, extend this drive, and hopefully be able to come away with points.
Early big play here. They're going to go for it on 4th down. London brought in motion. And he's going to be out of bounds, but he will have enough to pick up a first down. They run over center with Robinson. And he's into the end zone. Bijan Robinson. Touchdown, Falcons. Touchdown number 15 for him on the season. Evan McPherson now to kick the extra point. It's up and through. And the Falcons will take a 7-0 lead. TD. On is McPherson to kick this one away. Now, here comes a return from the 9. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Here's Irving. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
So, 1st and 10 here now at the 38. Here's a first carry for their running back. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe he gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down. Shotgun snap for Prescott. He'll get that complete to Dontavian Wicks. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down. They'll motion their tight end, Johnson. And he's going to be close to that 1st down. Looks like he made it past the yellow line. Yes, he did. It is indeed a 1st down.
In real time from up here, Mike, I couldn't tell whether or not he got it at first glance, but I think after seeing the replays we have up here, it looked like he and his blockers got just enough, and they're going to be able to keep this drive alive.
Dak going to throw it here on 1st down. That is into the hands of Wicks. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, it's Dak. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver, and it's going to be 3rd down.
Timing and trust. Critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
Third and short. Prescott. He gets this complete, finding Adams.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this 1st quarter. So after one, it's the Falcons with the early lead. Greg and I back in Atlanta after this. Second and 7. Here's Prescott. The coverage too strong that time. The ball batted away and incomplete.
And the success of this play, Mike, all comes down to the timing of the defender. You get there a little bit too early, you risk pass interference. You get there a little too late, it's a big pass completion. Timing your hand and playing through the ball is something they work on with these defenders all the time. And next time they throw the ball downfield, I wouldn't be surprised if they target somebody else.
On third down, Prescott. And that is incomplete.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring fourth down right in the face.
Here's the punter now, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. Return man steering clear of this one. And they're going to mark it down at the 20-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. And he's taken down, but not until he gets to the 32-yard line.
The ability to be effective on first down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a third down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
First carry of the game for Brian Robinson. Not much there, maybe a yard. Here's a 2nd and 9. Putting the tight end in motion. On 2nd down, here's Penix. Thrown left side, the catch is made. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the first down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can drop all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down. Looking to throw, it's Penix. Now a screen going to be set up for Robinson. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
That is catch number 60 for the season.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now This defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
To throw again, it's Penix. That is caught, and he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times, and then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard? Now, for him individually,
powering forward, he's in. Bijan Robinson, touchdown Atlanta. 2 touchdowns for him in the game, and 16 on the year. McPherson, good on the extra point. And the Falcons move out on top, 14-0. After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. This will be returned from the 6. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. They'll run it. It's Irving. Not much happening there. Just a short gain. Here's 2nd and 9. They send a receiver in motion left. On 2nd down, it's Dak. Now, screen set up for Irving. This one going to be sniffed out, blown up in the backfield.
The best defenders can just sense when a screen is coming. They can tell the body language of the offensive lineman's pass set. They can tell on the drop of the quarterback. It just doesn't look right. It's exactly the case here. Great job getting to the back and taking him down for a loss.
Dak facing 3rd and long. Taking off, he'll try to get there. He got a lot of what he needed, but just not enough. The mark is a couple of yards shy of the 1st down. Here comes 4th down.
And that's a pretty good effort here on 3rd and long. He had nowhere to go down the field. The defense is playing real soft. He pulls it down and did all he could, but he's still going to end up being short of the 1st down.
And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. They'll throw on 1st down with Penix. Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
Finally, this defense has been searching for a big play after giving up 2 touchdowns on the previous 2 drives. They're going to need more of that. They have to find more impactful plays that end drives and get the ball back to their offense.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. Oh, this pass rush dialed in right now. They get him again.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
Now Penix on 3rd and long. Got a man coming across the field. He's got it. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. From the gun, here is Penix. Throwing left side, and it's taken in by Williams. Look him up on a 2nd down and 8. Downs goes in motion. He's trying to get around the corner, but he can't. He's going to be run down behind the line.
He was taken down behind the line of scrimmage. The tackle made back at his own 49.
3rd down and 9. From the gun, it's Penix. That one on target to Williams. He's got it. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
Penix going to throw again. That one taken in. Bijan Robinson. Touchdown Falcons. Touchdown number 17 for him on the year. And his 3rd of this game. McPherson good on the extra point. And the Falcons will take themselves to a 21-0 lead. Still a little time. Final minute of this 1st half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. This fielded at about the 9. Whoa! Good job in coverage. They're going to get him down short of the 20-yard line. Prescott on 1st down. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line.
It's been a rough 1st half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins. And it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline. So as you go into halftime, you have something to build on.
All right, Coach. Thank you very much. We welcome you back. It is quarter number 3.
Anders Carlson to kick off.
Very one-sided 1st half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The 3rd quarter is underway. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And this will wind up working out well. He's going to take it up to the 40-yard line. Good return. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
So as we take a look at the box score, Mike, you realize here they got the lead. We're in the second half, but they don't have a lot of rush yards. It's because they use the passing game to score points and establish the lead. Now, how we judge their run game is from here to the end of the game. Can they pile up yards now in the second half and close this game out?
And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. We'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Here's Robinson. And it doesn't appear that he got to that first down marker. They'll only give him a yard, so it'll set up 3rd down. It's a give up the middle to Robinson. That's going to be pretty close. Looks like he's got it, and he does. 1st down.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the 1st down.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. To throw is Penix. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but 1st down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
They face 2nd down and 7. On the give, it's Robinson. And he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line.
Pretty much just more of the same from what we saw with this back in the 1st half. And he doesn't need much. He gets a little bit of space, and then he can create the rest. It's the combination of patience, vision, and then the burst to hit the hole once he sees it. This guy's been a handful all day.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll go again with Robinson. He'll take this down to the 23. It is Azeez Al-Shire with the stop. Second down and 8. Throwing is Penix. Quick throw taken in. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
I'm not sure what was the more difficult aspect of the play. Winning his route versus man coverage or catching this pass. Because that quarterback, he put a little extra sauce on that one to get it there on time. And he's able to secure a really nice catch.
Penix on 3rd down. And And that is incomplete.
Just a couple plays ago, Mike, it felt like a touchdown was kind of inevitable. They were doing everything they wanted as they marched the length of the field, and then as they got down here close to the red zone and that field condenses, they started getting sloppy in their execution. Now, what do they do on fourth down? Do they try to keep their offense out there and extend the drive, or do they settle for 3? I think at this point in the game, Mike, you have things under control. Not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
McPherson now, after making the field goal, is set to kick this one off. This returnable from the 4. And he will get cut down short, shy of the 20-yard mark. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Irving. He'll push ahead to the 21. Jack Sanborn on the stop. Right back to Irving. And he'll get this ahead. Gain of about 4. And it leads to 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Prescott. That's over the middle and intercepted. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick 6 for touchdown. Second half, and the defense continues to be item 1 in this game. They've done the job keeping the offense in control, and now, Greg, they scored on their own.
Yeah, and they've just been dominant the entire day, Mike, and now to come up with a pick 6 here and just further their dominance, it's been an impressive performance all around for this defense.
After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. This one taken at the 7. Across the 20, they'll mark them down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. A give. This is Irving. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. They'll run with Irving. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up 3rd down. Operating from the gun, here's Dak. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. They get 18 on the pitch and catch. Good for a Buccaneers 1st down.
1st down, Tampa Bay.
On the handoff, it's Irving. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
These edge rushers, they are judged by their sack totals, Mike. They love to rush the passer. They have responsibilities in the run game as well. Great job here, keeping it to no gain.
He'll go again here with Irving. Irving's got a first down, still going. Ah, strong running there. He brings this down inside the 25.
There's a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
1st and 10. On play action, here's Dak. And he'll take it on in. Dontavian Wicks. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
You know, Mike, at this level, not all touchdowns are created equal. There's some plays that result in touchdowns, and then there are touchdown strikes. And this one is the latter. I mean, you talk about a confidently thrown ball on the money downfield. It doesn't get a lot better than this, and his receiver is able to take it in for 6.
The score, Falcons 31, Buccaneers 7. Anders Carlson to kick off.
Here's Carlson now. He'll kick this one off, following the touchdown on the other end. From the 6, here comes a return. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. 3 tight ends in the game to start the drive. And here's Bijan. Lots of space past the 45. And he'll be taken down.
It's too early at this point, Mike, to really start thinking about the clock. You definitely don't want to go into a shell. But now this is the point in the game where having a good ground game really starts to take over. You throw to get the lead, but man, once you get it, that ground game, that's what finishes the game off.
On 1st down, right back to Robinson. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup.
So, 3 quarters have come and gone.
That's the end.
We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Now Penix to throw on 2nd down. Catch is made. That is Williams. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
Now it just seems like this offense is piling on. I mean, after a day where they have completely dominated their opponent, a lot of offense would just be content with handing this ball off, but not this group. They continue to throw the ball, and they continue to get chunk plays, and they showed they're not going to slow down until that final whistle blows.
And here comes Robinson on a toss to the right. And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You've got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
2nd down and 3. They run over center with Robinson. And he'll bring this inside the 15. That's good enough for the 1st down.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
handoff as they try to run it here. He is in. Touchdown, Atlanta. And that touchdown probably, Greg, ends any small hopes of a comeback on the other side.
Yeah, and I think those chances, Mike, were small to begin with, but with that last score, I think this one is pretty much over.
After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. This taken around the 11. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. Prescott. They try to set up the screen, but this one doomed from the start. It's incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Dak. Now a short one caught by the tight end Johnson. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end of it.
3rd and 5. Prescott now. They'll try to set up the screen here. And he's going to get there. He got the first down, not by a whole lot, but that'll keep this drive rolling.
And this is what modern-day running back looks like in the NFL. They want to be able to activate these players in the passing game, no different than they do with the tight ends and the wide receivers. When you look out there and you have a mismatch, you have a linebacker or a safety on your running back, he's expected to win, and that's exactly what he did here.
They'll throw again. Dak. They'll try to hit him with a screen. They were not fooled on defense. Saw the screen from the start. It'll be a loss of yardage on the play.
Well, the best screen plays, of course, you want the offensive lineman out in front of the running back. They act as his escort, his lead blockers. But what you can't afford is for the defenders to be in the backfield and get to the running back, because those offensive linemen, they can't help him at all.
Prescott again. That's over the middle and intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
They'll turn and hand this one off. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards.
He was taken down at the 22-yard line. A gain of 4 is now 2nd and 6.
Here's 2nd and 6. They'll stick with him again. And he'll bring this inside the 15. That's good enough for the first down. Now here's Tyler Algier out of BYU. And he's going to be stopped in his tracks. He'll lose a couple of yards on that one.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming. And he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. They'll go again here with Algier. And they'll stop it. At least it's an improvement over the last play. They're not losing yardage, but it didn't gain any here. And now it's going to be 3rd down.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
On 3rd down, it's Robinson.
So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run game, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards in the 4th quarter, which typically means I had to lead? That's the sign of a successful run game, as opposed to getting a lot of meaningless yards early in the game.
So now they'll send out Evan McPherson for this field goal try. This, about as short as you can get. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Falcons will add to their lead here in the 4th quarter.
It's always a little bit of a letdown when you find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
This will be returned from the 6. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Now Prescott. To the outside, complete to Johnson. He's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
Right back to Johnson. He's got it again. And he's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
You know, it's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the 4th quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive? I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note, but also sometimes that defense getting a little lackadaisical.
This one complete right side. And he will go all the way. Well, it's not going to be enough, but at least they find the end zone at the end of a hard week's work. At least a little payoff with a touchdown, Greg.
Mike, you can just chalk this one up in the column of too little, too late. Give credit to this offense for not going down without a fight, but they're not going to have enough time to find themselves back in this one.
Now Carlson to add the extra point. He's got it. And the Bucs cut into the lead a little bit.
41, Buccaneers 14. Anders Carlson to kick off.
Here's Carlson now. He'll kick this one off following the touchdown on the other end. Now return coming from the 7. Now an opening past the 30. He'll wind up getting this all the way to the 45-yard line.
At their own 45-yard line.
We'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Algier. And that'll be a pickup of 3. So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. 2nd and 7. A tight end in motion now. They'll go right back to Algier. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6. And it sets up 3rd down. They'll try to run for it with Robinson. A gain there of 10 yards. It's good for a Falcon 1st down.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
One final kneel down here inside the 40-second mark. Should be enough to put this one on ice. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11.